Welcome everybody. This is Jack Lucchetti, and as you probably know, the new version of gretl has just been released, and I'd like to show you something that it contains, something new it contains that I think you're going to like. That is the ability to produce geographic maps. This is actually quite easy to do in gretl. The important thing you have to keep in mind is, in order to produce a geographic map, there are two ingredients that you need. One is a file with the coordinates, with the shape of the regions that you want to draw. A file that contains the geographical information that you need. And these come in two varieties. Normally, these can be called either shape files, or you can have another format. You can find another format which is more modern and preferable from many points of view. That's called GeoJSON, which is the one I'm going to use in this example. And the other ingredient that you need is data, the data that you want to plot. And I'm going to show you a quick example with Australian states. So first we have to find a map of Australia that you can use for this. One thing that you can do for this is just to Google for GeoJSON or Australia states. Of course, I've tried this before, so this is why it was here already in my Google search bar. And the one that, as you can see, there's quite a few of them. The one that we're going to use comes from this very nice site that's called exploratory.io, and that contains quite a few maps for all regions of the world. So if you click on here and you open this website, and you navigate down a little, and you're going to find this nice map of the Australian states. Okay, if you download this file, you're going to see a zip file, and this zip file contains several files, but the one that we're going to need is this one in GeoJSON format. So GeoJSON format is just a file that contains the shapes of the region that you want to draw. So all I have to do at this point is to extract this file somewhere, and I'm going to extract it to my desktop, so it's quite easy to see where it is. And so if I now open my desktop, you see I've got this nice file that calls all states GeoJSON. Now the first step for drawing a map in gretl is to open this file in gretl. So, and the nice thing about this is that you can actually open this file in gretl as if it was an ordinary data file. So if you just drag this onto your gretl window, or if you want to go the traditional way of opening files, that is file, open data, file, open data, user file, and desktop. And then of course you have to choose here GeoJSON files, and you're going to find it here. Okay, so you can you open it. All you have to do is open it as if it was an ordinary data file. And as you can see, you have like a data file with 9 observations, and the 9 observations that you have are the 9 states. So if you just see what the data look like, you have that you have 1 observation per state here. Now, this is going to be important because basically the way we have for drawing a map is to endow this data set with other variables that are the ones that we want to plot in our map, and then produce the map. But there is one thing that we can do already here, that is seeing what the map looks like. So at this point, what you can do, you can go to the View menu, and you select this, the second menu here, that is the one that you use for producing graphs. And as you can see, if you've got the most recent version of gretl, you've got an item here that says Display Map. And if you click on this, a small window will open in which you can choose several things, and I'm just the one thing that I'm going to show change here is the height in pixels of the map in order to produce a smaller map. If you click OK, you see what the map looks like without any coloring, because we, as of now, for the moment, we don't have any data to plot for this map. So the next thing we're going to do is to join some data, put some extra data into this data set. And for this example, we're going to use the population density of Australia. Okay, so assume that we don't have this data available yet. And okay, let's just Google for them. So Australia states population density. Oops. Okay, so let's imagine that we want to get these data, and if you scroll down this page, you get this nice thing here that you can save as a CSV dataset or whatever. So, for example, what you can do at this point, you just copy this data and paste it to a CSV file. So, yeah, and we just add a few names for the variables. That is, okay, let's say n, name, pop, what's next, area, and density. And just for the sake of the example, suppose that we're going to save this as a file, as a file on my desktop, and I'm going to call it Australia.csv. Okay, Australia maybe with an R. Okay. Now at this point, obviously you could open this data into gretl, but then would open another data set. So we don't want to lose the geographical information that we have here. So what we can do is to use the fact that we can that we have the state names here, and we can join the these data together with the information that we already have. So, for example, these are the data that I already have in gretl, and these are the data that I have in my CSV file. And I'm going to use the fact that we have the names of the states that we can use for joining here. So what we can do here is to use the gretl command join, and basically this is very simple, because all you have to do is append data, and okay, you want to use the CSV file that we already have, and use the join mechanism so that we can actually put together the two data sources in a sensible way. The internal key that we're going to use is a state name, so we use the state name as an inner key. The outer key is what we call name here, and the series that we want to import is called density. So, okay. At the end of this operation, you're going to have that your dataset now contains all density for the states that we want. And at this point, it's quite easy to plot the map that we want you can right click on this variable, and you select display map, and so you want to let's make this map a little prettier, so that we want to plot density on a scale of blues with a log scale perhaps, and again we want the map not to be too large. and after a few seconds you'll see this nice thing appear. That, of course, you can now save as a PNG file, as a PDF file, or whatever. Now, this is quite easy, but of course it's not particularly flexible. But the nice thing about this, about all this, is that this process is fully scriptable. So you have lots and lots of ways to tweak your plot and make your map look much prettier. And this is all explained in the documentation for this new feature that comes as a PDF file for the geoplot package. So if you just navigate to your list of installed packages and you pick geoplot, and this is going to be automatically installed for you if you use the most recent version of gretl, so you don't have to download anything by hand. And then you click here and you're going to see that you have this nice piece of documentation that tells you all about the apparatus that we have in gretl for doing things, and how to tweak your maps for producing something that is nice and probably close to what you actually want. So this is it, and I hope that you enjoy this new feature of gretl. And of course, if you have any problems or if you have any questions, please send a message to the users gretl list, and there are very good chances that somebody will come to your help in a matter of days, if not in a matter of hours, if not in a matter of minutes. Okay, so bye bye everybody, and happy gretling.